Are we gonna freeze trying new menus?
Friends of the Bear, today we're at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort because you know what? Even in this weather, I am ready for the beach.
We're going to Centertown Market.
Yes, it's been some time. It's not yet Christmas on the islands, but there's still food for us here to try.
Yes.
This is your number one choice of foodie infotainment. We're here to try the food, so you don't have to. Because remember, she's vegan. I'm not. Respect the bear ears.
It's time to foodie and chill. The Korean Impossible Burger is still here. The kind of lame now pinto bean tacos are still here. I liked it better when they were black beans. But now there's a Swashbuckler burger. I thought I was going to have to get this sauceless and then order the crema on the side. But Chef told me the aioli was vegan. So I get to have it as is. And I get to tell you guys that the way that you make this burger vegan is just to switch the patty from beef to Impossible. How cool is that? So there's 2 burger options here at Caribbean Beach for vegans, plus tacos and salad, which we can't get because Bear's allergic to mango and it's pre-made. And then there's Spyglass Grill. Why wouldn't you want to stay at Caribbean? Honestly, I was afraid of the coconut curry aioli. I was hoping that it wasn't vegan. Usually aioli is made with real mayo, and so there's egg in it. Chef said there's no egg. It's not real mayo. It's vegan as is, so that's really cool. But I don't really like coconut, so I was worried, oh, it's going to be super coconutty. Maybe I want the cilantro lime crema anyway. But no, actually, it's perfect. And I think the coconut kind of just enhances the curry, and then you have the tostone on there, which gives it a sweetness. So you don't even really taste the coconut at all. You just get like a sweet flavoring to your burger, and it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. 1,000 times better than the Korean Impossible Burger, and I think I'm going to make this my number 2 favorite vegan burger on Disney World property. Number 1 is, of course, Everything Pop. Their current burger is top tier, but this is a close second, and I'm surprised that they're both on the Skyliner line now, because the Skyliner line was not always the best place for food. Now it's amazing. So, well, I guess before it was a Skyliner, it wasn't the best place for food, but now it is. Because it's a Skyliner? No. I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, the burger is fabulous, and I would give it a 4.75 out of 5 burgers. It only gets minus points because the option to switch it to Impossible to make it vegan isn't on the menu. It should be on the menu because there's plenty of menu items where they'll have, like, you know, the regular, and then they'll put the vegan one underneath it with a little plant. Do that. And you make more money that way. Disney, come on.
We like a fancy, newish plant-based burger. We'd come here because the Swashbuckler burger at its base is new, but learning that we can swap that out very easily to make that plant-based makes me feel most jealous, because I'm not always a huge fan of the beef blend patties, especially at quick service. Being able to swap out any burger for Impossible just needs to be an easy button for cast members, because if everything else on here made equal, why wouldn't you just give people the option to swap out Impossible? You'd sell more Impossible, and then, well, easy on the cast members. But I digress. This beautiful combination of Tostones and the coconut curry aioli smells like the tropics. Let's see if it tastes like the tropics. I will tell you that knowing the Tostones is there and then biting into it, 2 different things. Obviously, I know that it's there, but that initial bite when you hit it and that crunch, it's given the same vibes as putting potato chips on your sub sandwich. You get that nice crunch, and then it just sort of adds to the flavor of the Impossible Burger with the coconut curry. It's given the island in the best way a nice, soft, fluffy bun. That definitely needs to be an option on the menu. If you are here, say at Caribbean Beach, or even at Riviera, or anywhere on the Skyliner line, I think this is worth the trip. just to give it a nice little taste. It's definitely better than any of the stock Impossible burgers you're going to get anywhere else. Except, like the princess said, maybe Pop Century, because that is a fantastic burger. Definitely better than that ramen debacle, but we won't get back into that. I would give this 4.75 out of 5 claws. I'm actually jealous of what the princess got, and that doesn't happen very often. So here comes the new star of the show, and it's not Johnny Depp. It is the Swashbuckler burger. You have this gigantic Tostones topping this beef blended patty with a coconut aioli and tons of arugula on a brioche bun. Capital on the B, because it is an absolute thickin' of a burger. And you know what? I guess if it's any season, it's always pirate season. I'm not really sure what it is about Caribbean Beach and Centertown Market, especially given the history of this place. It makes it so much different than any other quick service on Walt Disney World property. At its base, the food here isn't that drastically different than other Disney resorts. Yes, they add in some cultural items like Tostones and curries and things like that, but you can get an Impossible burger or even like a burger at any resort on property for the most part. But I have never once come to Caribbean Beach and been in fear of getting an under-seasoned anything. This toes that line. The patty is juicy, well-seasoned. You definitely got little hints of the pepper and everything throughout. And when it hits that coconut curry, the thing sings. Or sort of vibrates like a steel drum. Very Caribbean Beach style. The Tostones, everything ties together to a bite of the Caribbean. I am not a burger person, but honestly, if I was a burger, it'd be like, let's go get that one. It would be this one. I'd give that 4.75 out of 5 claws. I would rob many a trade ship for another bite of this burger. Now, we have not posted this, and there are reasons. But if you follow any sort of Disney foodie news, or you don't, Disney recently launched an entire line of chicken tendy celebration, chicken strips, chicken tenders, all across the resort, both in park and out of park, with different flavors ranging from buffalo to sriracha to I think there's a hot honey buffalo somewhere. Here at Caribbean, they got a sweet chili chicken tendies, chicken strips is what they're labeled on the menu here. And we had actually considered doing a crawl. The problem is not a single one of these chicken strips that has landed anywhere is vegan. So it would have been the princess watching me eat chicken strips for 4 to 8 hours. And that doesn't really sound like fun for me or for her. Maybe for you guys, but in Disney, you have chicken tendies. Make the chicken tendies available for the vegans. You sell them all the time during Food and Wine. You could take that batch, move them to the resorts. Everybody deserves a good tendy, vegan or not. But I digress. Now we'll get off my soapbox as I cut one of these off like a civilized bear. With a nice breading on it, seasoned, a nice white chicken inside with plenty of sauce. Churros. It's given the crunch of a standard Disney chicken tendy. And you chicken tendy faithful, I know how you are about your chicken tendies. These chicken tendies are, in fact, intact. Sweet chili might be a stretch. I get a hint, a whiff of the chili flavor. It feels like a long dormant volcano that will never erupt in my mouth because while I do faintly taste chili, what I don't get is any sort of heat whatsoever. If I were to give it a heat rating, it would be a 0.1 out of 10 on the heat scale, but it is slightly sweet. It's more like a sweet and tangy sauce than a sweet chili, but it's actually rather tasty. I am not a chicken tendy connoisseur, but I think these would be worth recommending to those of my friends that are chicken tendy faithful. I would give it 4 out of 5 claws. If we do come across any of these chicken tendies, and I do have the stomach, for you guys, I will try more of them.
I guess I had to get dessert because I thought I had ordered this dessert before to review for you guys, but Bear said that I had not. And then I went back through our videos and realized, no, I haven't. I guess last year I had it, and I'm confusing last year with this year. So another plant-based burger, what am I saying? Cupcake. Another season of the dryness as I make a mess all over the table, as I knew I would, as is tradition. Cheers to the dryness. That cupcake has some semblance of flavor. It doesn't taste as artificial as the other cupcakes of the past, and that is because of the apple incorporation. There's so much apple in here that it really tastes like you're eating a piece of like an apple pie or something like that. And the apple detracts from the dryness of the gluten-free cupcake flour, which is usually the problem here. But when they flavor that flour, it usually comes out well. That's why the chocolate one is my favorite, because it doesn't really have that like dryness to it. This is the same. You have apple and you have cinnamon. Cinnamon is a great ingredient to cover things like dryness, or if you mess something up. Cinnamon will help you mask your mistakes. And this one definitely does that. It's a little more moist than the cupcakes that I have had, the seasonal cupcakes of the past. I think that is particular with this cupcake because I know I've had a cupcake like this before and it was not this moist. So take it with a grain of salt. This is better than the usual. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 cupcakes. And it's not normal for me with these cupcakes, so they're doing something right.
At this point, I honestly believe that eating Disney cupcakes without making a mess could be its own challenge video, because I can't remember the last time we dug into one of these and didn't make a mess all over the table. Sometimes it's our fault. A lot of times it's not. This is just like a sprinkle hell. If you don't like sprinkles all over everything, this may be the one to avoid. But I'm already spilling. I thought I had it. I don't. But either way, apple and cinnamon. That's like trying to break into the pie gang's territory. Better watch out, cupcakes. Better watch out. Honestly, this is probably one of the best plant-based cupcakes I think we've had in recent memory. My one critique is I think it's just a hair too much cinnamon. Just like back off a little bit. But the flavor, the balance, the moistness, the capital M, I love it. The sprinkles actually give it a little bit of texture as well. It is a moist, fluffy cake in a cup. And I approve. I'll give it 4.5 out of 5 claws. Even with like the extra bit of cinnamon I got in my mouth, I would be willing to get another one. And that's rare for me because I am not a dessert person. Something about Centertown Market always has me feeling nice and warm in my center.
It is cold out here, so I did want to go to Spyglass after this, but 1, I am full, and 2, I am cold. So I'm scratching both of those and we're just leaving. But I really did enjoy these new options at Centertown Market, and I'm so glad they didn't replace anything, they just added.
I like that their menu here always gets more culturally unique and not less. You see so many other resorts like lose their identity, especially in the quick service. Always the first to go. Centertown Market has, ever since it was Shutters, evolved and evolved year after year to become something very unique amongst Disney resorts, which is why we always like to come here. And then even after we enjoy our food here, we try to make any excuse we can to head out on the far side of the property to go to Spyglass Grill.
Yes, we do love their yuca there. It's amazing.
Yes, but even that and just stopping off for a drink at Cabana Cabana will always be our jam. But we know what you guys think about Caribbean Beach, Centertown Market. This resort, period, it's in an odd spot, sandwiched in between, obviously, the Riviera and then all the other resorts in the Skyliner. Do you stop here? Is it a place you consider? Let us know in the comments below.
I know a lot of people think that it's not a great resort to stay at because everything is so spread out, but I don't really feel that way anymore. So please tell us what you think.
Yes, I think it's a benefit. But as always, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit that notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, I don't know, will Bear ever take his hat off?
I'm sorry, I forgot what we were talking about and got lost in the beautiful scenery. Oh, and the sky too. But you heard the girl.